Let's talk about one of the hottest topics to date in the world of nutrition and health and wellness, and that is red meat. Red meat is, no pun intended, such an inflammatory topic. People get so angry over eating red meat. There's a lot of people telling me it's bad for the environment, it's bad for your health, it's bad for your cholesterol, meat rots in your colon for 5 years after you eat it. These are all myths that are not supported by science or research. So first of all, let's just unpack a couple things. Number one, properly raised, pastured, farmed animals are carbon neutral when it comes to leaving a footprint on the environment. Wild grazed cows roam freely in the fields, they poop out in the fields, and then they stomp the poop down with their feet, which captures carbon emissions. We know that during the coronavirus pandemic, red meat consumption went up, and yet carbon emissions dropped. So red meat is a very, very small percentage of carbon emissions. Now listen, nobody likes factory raised animals. The conditions are cruel, they're not treated fairly. So when you're buying pasture-raised animals that are grass-fed and raised sustainably, that is a carbon negative feature, number one. Number two, the research on red meat is so poor and inconclusive because the data has been analyzed incorrectly, and there was a great New York Times article that reviewed this. Even the American Heart Association has reneged their negative views on meat. So understand that red meat is one of the most beneficial foods that you can eat. I have zero financial ties to the red meat industry. I wish I did, I'd be loaded, but that's not the case. So red meat contains zinc and it contains B12, and it's one of the few food sources where you can actually absorb B12 and red meat and zinc from red meat. It is rich in iron. Most people I see are anemic, especially if they're having thyroid issues. They have low ferritin, low iron. So red meat is wonderful. Now listen, I do have clients that need to go on a vegan diet for 3 months, 6 months to heal some real chronic health issues. But then everyone gets back on protein. If you feel you don't digest meat well, then you probably are low in digestive enzymes, okay? But don't be fooled by the myth that red meat raises cholesterol. It does not. If you saw my video on cholesterol, you would see the real factors that raise cholesterol and increase your risk of heart disease are poor quality fats, hydrogenated oils, processed foods, fried foods, sugar, hydrogenated oils, high fructose corn syrup, smoking, alcohol, stress, poor sleep. All of those raise cholesterol, okay? And high cholesterol is not necessarily a risk factor for heart disease. You really want to look at other lab values like ApoB and CRP and a lot of other pro-inflammatory markers, and triglycerides and insulin, okay? So go ahead, eat your red meat, eat it with a ton of vegetables, eat it with some whole food starch if you need it, but aside from that, you can go ahead, enjoy red meat, support your local farmers, buy grass-fed meats, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.